starting from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Check out Saying It Plain with TJ Harris and Miss Shell, exclusively on The Real 1100.
And now an important message from Jerry Rice.
As a career wide receiver, I've been hit hard. But no training nor practice prepared us for the devastation of COVID-19. Thankfully, there is hope. Even with multiple vaccines available, we still have to work together until everyone is safe. We all win when we unite to prevent.
For more information, visit unitetoprevent.org.
Hi, I'm Vivica Fox. For more than 100 years, American Humane has been rescuing animals during hurricanes, floods, and wildfires. But Mother Nature isn't the only danger animals face. Sometimes it's human nature. Every year, 6 million animals are abandoned and more than 1 million are euthanized. You can be a hero to animals in need of rescue and adoption at AmericanHumane.org.
With the My Social Security account, you can request a replacement Social Security card, estimate your benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
The IRS is ramping up collection, and if you owe back taxes or have years of unfiled tax returns, listen carefully. Before it's too late, check your eligibility for the Fresh Start program still offered by the IRS to reduce or even eliminate your tax problems. Call our special hotline number now and find out in minutes if you qualify for the life-changing debt reduction programs. Business or personal, if you're in a payment plan with no end in sight, have unfiled tax returns, under audit, have a wage or bank levy, or finally just want to know your options, call the experts at Republic Tax Relief and stop collections immediately. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau with a 5-star rating from Yelp, this veteran-owned company has the fight you need to take on the IRS. Don't go at it alone. Call their hotline number now, 800-657-7991. That's 800-657-7991. Find out if you qualify today. Call 800-657-7991 or go to republictaxrelief.com.
You're tuned into WWE AM 1100.
The following program is paid for by Influencer 365. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of this station, its management, or the Beasley Media Group.
Ready? Always. You are listening to music from UNT The Boss. UNT The Boss will be dropping some new stuff coming out very soon. I ain't let y'all know I was getting back into my music career. Just managing this time. I ain't doing nothing else. Thank y'all so much for joining us right here on the #1 rated business show. I'm your host today, KC Pride, and I have a jam-packed studio full of vaccinated beautiful folk. I got on the show today, on the program, I have my good friend, Mr. Davinci Barcelo. He will be joining me very shortly in a great conversation about staffing, which is something that just keep coming up in conversations around me all of a sudden. Everybody want to staff and come. I'm going to fix and find out why. Also, we have, I just heard you a founder. They ain't tell me what you founded, but she is a founder. Miss Kendall Martin is in the house with us today.
Hi, how are you?
And finally, last but not least, and she brought me gifts. Okay. All right, Buckhead Staffing, you could have brought me an assistant. Miss Real Estate, I'm looking for a career right now. I need to talk to you. And Miss Sandra Mayo, the cigar mogul. Should I say mogul? Can I say mogul? Is that too much?
If you want to.
It's my show. I can say what I want to.
You know, I just got here.
Thank you, everyone, so very much for joining us right here. Real quick, we just need to get a couple of announcements out of the way. The nominations for the Top 25 Extraordinary Atlanteans is going on right Now, if you want to nominate someone, if someone that you know has been doing extraordinary work and has been doing great things in the community to try to help push us forward, or just breaking barriers in some of these corporations, let us know about it. Send me an email over at kevin@abjdigital.com. Drop that name and tell me why you think this person should be a top 25 Atlantean. Woo. I got another marketing person in here. I don't know if I need to even say this because she might try to jump on the microphone or something. But I will be hosting the Rockstar Branding Mastermind once again. Anybody interested in taking this Rockstar Branding Mastermind wants to learn how to become the rock star of your industry, be branded as the professional and the go-to guy in your industry, or go-to woman or queen, female, mogul. Where y'all want to go with it? A guru. If you do want to learn how to get branded in your industry and have business literally following you, you definitely want to be a part of this mastermind. Drop me an email at connect@kevincpride.com. Put in the subject line mastermind and say I want to get branded, and I will definitely get in contact with you. Seats are very, very limited. These are small groups, and we have a great time. It is a 3-hour advanced mastermind, and I promise you I'm gonna give you all of it. Lastly, if you are out in the Douglasville area, going down Fairmont Road or in the studio taking pictures, if you are out in the Douglasville area and you are looking for somewhere to get that beard trim or get that nice cut of that fresh lineup, I want you to go see my good friends over at Studio 1211. Go in and see Melvin, my personal barber. He will take care of you. Let him know that KC Pride told you to come, and he will give you a free lineup. That is right there, 6205 Fairburn Road. That is Studio 1211 right there in Douglasville. And even if you're out here in the Atlanta area, if you want a good cut, I'm just telling you the truth. Head on out to Studio 1211 in Douglasville. All right, I'm through. I got to get somebody else to just help me out here now and then just throw another voice in there. On the program today, he is known as a deal strategist around Atlanta. He is a up and coming, just super genius type of guy. Now he is starting Buckhead Staffing, and he's here to tell us all about it. Welcome back to the program, Davinci Barcelo.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for that introduction, by the way, man. I appreciate it. I feel very saucy. Like,
I'm glad.
I mean, if I didn't earn it, I would feel a little way about it. But yeah, last time I told you I was gonna buy something, and I did. So we bought something, and now I'm looking to buy some more.
Now I know this whole acquisition and everything that you guys are doing. Yeah. Because it's not just a traditional, hey, let me go open a staffing company and this type of thing.
Correct.
You guys are actually rolling up a lot of different small companies and really making something huge over here.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Buckhead Staffing first, and then we'll go into a little bit of the behind the scenes stuff.
Gotcha. So MVP, our first product is a software play. It's very much like Indeed, but instead of think global, think local.
Okay.
One of the things that makes us a little different in that category is that we've actually included video. So you can actually, like for example, if you're on LinkedIn,
okay,
you put your resume up. It's just a picture. It's just your detail, right? It's just your information. One of the things we've done cool in this space is that we've included a video portion in there, so you can actually like talk to the people that are going to be, the hiring managers. You can create a video and they can actually see that. So that's kind of cool. So that's like, that's our baseline product, just the software. Then we have 2 upsells. We have recruiting, which is an upsell, and then we have staffing, which is an upsell. So staffing is more for like the larger companies that need to have, 300-400 employees. They have to have so that's kind of like a Kawasaki play, or maybe like a Kia manufacturing, something like that. They need to have 30 people to just do soldering or whatever, right? Panasonic, they need certain people. So we can handle that for them. And we front the payroll. We do all the good stuff to help them work. That's the highest upsell. The one below that is recruiting, which means we get specialized folks. So say, for example, you have a small brand. Say you're a real estate developer or you're a cigar mogul. And as a real estate developer, you need an editor, you need a graphic designer. You can contact us and we're going to find the best person for that.
Okay.
And then we give that, we find that person for you and you hire them, we charge a little fee and we keep it moving.
All right. Now, is it just creative talents that you guys are staffing, or are you staffing, all different types of skilled labor?
We're staffing all types. However, right now I see that there's a major opportunity for creatives, especially minority creatives.
Right.
They're being heavily misrepresented in at least the Atlanta area right now, the community.
Okay.
So, we're, I feel like right there is like a massive opportunity for us to really kind of like blow up.
Now, when you say we being heavily underrepresented, tell me a little bit about that. What do you mean by when you say we're being heavily underrepresented in the creative staffing world?
Cool. If you go to 24/7, Vitamin T, Creative Circle, Boss Group, you go to any of those folks and you ask for a graphic designer, they're not going to send over the best talent. They're going to send over the person that best represents their firm.
Okay.
We operate different. We're going to send over the best talent. Period.
Now, me as a business owner, from let's just look at the standpoint from the staffing agency first. Why would you want to do something like that in the first place? Why would you, instead of giving me the person who's going to be best for my business, why would you be more concerned about your brand and your staffing company versus giving me an employee that I really need that will probably help me more than help you?
Gotcha. A lot of it's legacy, a lot of it's reputation, a lot of it's perception of value, and not actual deliverables. So, like for an example, if you are a conservative firm and you send over someone that best represents your firm and then it doesn't work, then it's easier for you to go ahead and side with the talent than it is per se the client.
Okay.
However, if you're servicing a larger corporation and you are buddy with the executives, you have an idea of the company they're trying to have. If that person who is, let's say, a 6 on the scale of talent, it's better to accept that 6 and not really like push the mold versus someone who's really trying to create a deliverable that's in the vision of whatever the founder is.
Now, why nowadays these staffing companies, it seems like a lot of people are interested in it, and a lot of people are starting to get into these staffing companies. We're already seeing that there's a huge labor shortage all over the place. But why staffing companies, and why do people think this is a solution, or is it just that lucrative of a business?
Man, it's that lucrative.
You're supposed to tell folks that. You're supposed to come on here and talk about, I'm trying to help folks get jobs and all this other
I'll tell you some more depending upon the audience. I'll tell you a whole lot more. I'm very transparent. I mean, he can get grimy up here now. So.
Shout out to Kayla Sinatra. Novelty is in the building. All right. Shout out Rashada. Dog it over to XOD. Hey, shout out to XOD. Man, I had no idea. They put me on this big banner thing. Christopher Martin on one side, Darren Henson on one side. On the other side is some other famous folks and somebody else, and I'm right there in the middle. I was like, but no, shout out to Experience on Demand for real. It is a great streaming platform. You can also catch the #1 rated business show there, and a whole host of other great talented folks like Christopher Martin, Rodney Perry. He was on the other side of Rodney Perry. I was like, I'm in the middle. But I'm trying to be on. I'm getting there. But you can download it on Apple. See how you can download on Apple or on your Android device. Just look for Experience on Demand. It is Experience. Take off both of the E's. It's XPERIENC. All right. Now, back to the lucrative staffing company. Now, you said this right here is a little bit more technology based, and a lot of folks nowadays are going to a lot more like platform based software or software as a service type models versus our more traditional models. How does that kind of help, or how does that come in and help provide better solutions for staffing and make this more convenient for business owners as well as your business?
Great question. What it does is allows us to be able to, like, say for example, we're recruiting, right? And we're going to use Moosepack Realty here for an example. Moosepack comes to me and they say, hey, I've got a ton of content. I need it edited to put it on social media, and we need an editor. Can you help us out? Maybe a guy with some gear or something like that, but we definitely need an editor for sure. I say, great. As I'm the recruiter, what I can do is I go ahead and I can start sending her over links to people that I already have in our database where they're going to be able to see the resume. You're going to be able to see, whatever their sizzle reel is or their reel. I can send that straight over to her. She doesn't have to download the videos. She can watch it all from her browser.
Okay.
And then she can go through that process. Now, we're more boutique, so we're not going to send over 15 people.
Okay.
I'm going to send you like 1-2 people at a time. That is it. And if you turn them down with us, you need to tell us why you turned this particular person down, because I just went through 300 profiles and this person has all the YouTube experience, all the Instagram experience. It meets all your needs. What about it that, what about this person do you not like? And maybe we can see if that is actually an issue or if it is or not. So our experience is much more boutique. However, to answer your question, the SaaS model, in my opinion, gives it an opportunity to where the playing field is leveled out.
Okay.
It's not about, who likes the recruiter, or the recruiter may know a cousin and really be putting their cousin on. Nepotism is real, and they can really be looking out for certain types of folks, where on the database, it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Data is data. Best work comes, cream rises to the top.
Let me go to my cigar mogul right now. Miss Sandra. Now, is there ever a reason that tell us a little bit about your business first of all, and tell us a little bit about Novelty being in the building. All these folks sending shout outs on Facebook for you and this everything. So tell me first a little bit about your business, the name of it, and then I want to ask you a question based off Mr. Barcelo.
Okay, well, I am Sandra, aka Miss Novelty.
All right.
And I am opening a cigar bar and lounge in Raleigh, North Carolina.
All
And I'll
right.
be the first minority female to do so in the history of the state.
Well, let me be the first light skinned man to come help.
You can. I don't have a problem with mogul, if I can say that. I don't have the building yet, but what I'm doing is I'm going around the country. I have a tour right now, going around the country and visiting other cigar bar and lounges. And I'm taking the concept from Honda, the Honda recipe for success.
Okay.
I'm taking the best parts of each lounge and incorporating that into my vision.
Wow.
To make sure that I bring the people what they want. Okay.
Wow.
I've seen a lot of different new things that are happening around the cigar industry,
Okay.
and I'm new, and I need to pay my dues. I need to make sure that I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't have the time or the energy to make mistakes. I'm going to take my time
Okay.
to make sure that when I do roll out my cigar bar and lounge, that it is without a doubt what the people want. I want to provide silver service.
Okay.
What silver service is, I want to appreciate the dollars that we earn every day. You work very, very hard. You were running up and down this alleyway.
Yes, I do.
When I walked up here, trying to get the equipment right, talking to your engineer here, and the show almost didn't happen, but you made it happen. You know what I mean? So after this show, you may want to go and smoke a cigar.
Okay.
I want to be able to have you to come into my lounge, leave everything that you just did at the door,
Okay.
and come into a safe haven.
Wow. Okay.
That's what I want to do.
All right. All right. Now, this more so catering to just men in general, or is it something just for all cigar lovers
Oh
everywhere?
no, this caters to everyone, and also our sisters and brothers of belief that are currently are going to be smoking cigars. I want to educate. This is for cigar enthusiasts. This is for cigar influencers. This is for everyone. The cigar didn't have a name. It didn't have a race. It didn't have an ethnicity. It doesn't. You check all of that at the door.
Okay.
It's about bringing us together. That's what it's all about.
Thanks so much, Miss Samantha Poe. Let me send a shout out. One time that was not supposed to be your name on the fly. I'm so sorry, but no, I definitely understand what you're saying, because a lot of these experienced businesses now are really starting to come about, and then it's just being able to provide that just wowing, that really luxe experience for folks, having somewhere nice to go back and chill and do something like smoke cigars and things like that. Let me get Miss Kendall Martin in the conversation.
Hi.
How we doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Tell us just a little bit about yourself real quick.
Yeah. Sure. Well, my name is Kendall Martin. I'm the owner and founder of Moose Pack. We are a real estate company focusing a lot of working with investors, buyers, sellers.
Okay.
So I'm a developer in residential real estate. I'm also a broker with Compass.
Okay.
And we are the Moose Pack team. So we focus a lot on the experience in real estate and also really educating people what a true asset is and how you really can change your life with, your first or second property. Really just learning how money moves on either side and making sure that it's fun. So we branded ourselves as the fun company.
All right, the fun company.
We know how to be smart. I think a lot of people don't know how to be fun anymore.
So we're going to get all his employees. We're going to get you. We're going to get some cigars.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have a party.
We're going to have fun after this.
That'll be awesome.
Greg, you coming? You coming?
That'll be great.
But no, let's talk about a little bit different aspect of being an entrepreneur, seriously, because nowadays we're in this whole era. You got all these folks out here, glorifying overworking yourself. Glorifying, putting in 18, 19 hours a day and this type of stuff. And you need places, or you need that time to unwind and be creative and things like this. And talking about, being an entrepreneur from a 360 standpoint, it takes what you do off the field to help you on the field, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
So when it comes to relaxing and this type of thing, what are some of those type of things that you do, some of those self-care things to kind of get away from the whole business, the whole noise and everything like that?
Yeah, well, for one, I feel like when you get into business, you should get into a business that you love. I mean, you never necessarily ever get out of it, but there are things that you need to consistently do to stay creative. As an entrepreneur, one way that I consider that you always have your blue ocean or stand out is by always thinking of new things and having the will and the energy to actually implement ideas. So that's what a true entrepreneur is. Number one, you got to think of something, and then next you got to do it. So most people just don't have that to actually think and do. So some of the things that I do consistently is self-care.
Okay.
And a lot of times it's not necessarily what people think, you got to spend a ton of money.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just going out, walking in nature. I make sure that I'm always being in nature, walking in nature, kayaking, bringing great people along, bringing new people along, doing that. Another thing, I do get really exceptional massages. So it's like, if you are going to spend money on stuff, get the best. I don't think,
all right, that's what I'm talking about.
I think you get the best. Like, I don't think people do that enough, because it's the same amount of money.
Davinci, what are some things that you do to relax? And I'm actually going somewhere with this. I'm going to end this with you.
Get to it. No, man, I do illegal street racing.
I do a little bit of that too. Down 20.
Yeah, I do illegal street racing.
I don't even think it's illegal fast. We drive down 20.
I mean, who's stopping at these speeds? But no, we do that. Mess around with. I do a lot of painting.
Okay.
But you'd be surprised at how many people you run across that if you tap into energy at all, like you'd be surprised how many times you can actually you can get recharged from healing as well. I'm gonna tell you something else about Kendall too. This girl makes a rum punch that's crazy. I've been drinking this rum punch she made for like a week, bro. I've been
party gonna happen. This party is gonna happen. We gonna do this party.
Party's gonna happen.
We got cigars. We got rum punch. We got a DJ.
Yeah.
I mean, what else?
Yes.
All right, Miss Mayo, I'm gonna finish with you. What is it that you do to kind of relax and unwind? And then on the other side of the break, after you answer this for us, I want to come back and have a discussion about mental health.
Oh,
so,
well, of course, I smoke cigars.
Okay.
And I meditate a lot. And when we come back from the break, I'll tell you why. Because I do have a full-time job as well, and I work in mental health. So I smoke cigars. I pair it with my favorite bourbon, Woodford Reserve.
All right.
With a dash of honey.
Speaking my language.
With a dash of honey. And I just sit and think about
Nothing after that.
Well, I mean, I just think about, what I have to do next. Okay. What I have to do next. And when I do that, then I don't think about anything.
That's beautiful. Well, right after this break, we're gonna come back. Like I said, we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna start to dive in a little bit into the mental health and everything. You are listening to the #1 rated business show right here on the Real 1100 AM. I'm your host, KC Pride. I am here with Davinci Barcelo, Miss Kendall Martin, and the one and only Sandra Mayo. We will be back after this.
For almost 20 years, the Overground Railroad has promoted economic development in the Black community. Now more than ever is the time to come together and join this movement to economic freedom. The Overground Railroad online and print business directory puts you in front of your customers and keeps our dollars in the Black community. It's time. Become a member today. Information at overgroundrr.com. That's overgroundrr.com. Connecting our churches, our businesses, and our community. Join the Overground Railroad today.
Hi, this is Dr. Williams with Alliance for Life Wellness. I want to invite you to our new office at 1800 Jonesboro Road in Atlanta. Come in for a consultation, examination, therapy, and x-ray, all for just $100.
What?
Yes, $100. This offer expires soon, so call us to schedule at 404-383-1110 or find us on the web at www.yourfinespine.com.
If you want to be fine, take care of your spine.
We're open late.
There's a lot going on in the world, and your world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio. Over 1,500 live radio stations from across the country, and over 15 million songs to create your own custom stations. Text IHR to 45495 to download the app or listen at iHeartRadio.com. Standard text and data rates apply.
And we are back right here on the Real 1100 AM. I'm your host today, KC Pride. And Christopher Martin say he wants a rum punch. If Christopher Martin is coming, okay, we got rum punch, we got cigars, I mean, really, and we got a DJ.
Yeah.
And now we got an MC. I'm just saying. Bring the employees, we're going to charge them. But no, coming back to the conversation, before we ended the break, we were talking about, being an entrepreneur. Success is really about the whole individual. And that's one of the biggest things that I found. Working like crazy and stuff like this. I was doing a great job at work, but I wasn't successful at home. And that not having that success at home drove me into just horrible places. And then that started to affect my business. So now it's just kind of seeing things on a different level, understanding that you need that self-care, you need that break, and you don't need to be out here running yourself all the way into a burnout. So when you start talking about mental health from that aspect of an entrepreneur, tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Well, I'm the CFO and COO of Crandall's Enterprises. And it's a behavioral health company in North Carolina.
Wow.
And we have individuals that we house in group homes, okay? Individuals that are coming out of the mental health facilities, also homeless individuals. And since COVID, we've had a lot of children to come to try to get our services. Children being in the house, not being able to go to school.
Wow.
They're leaning onto the games, the television. They don't have an outlet other than what is provided from them through social media and through those different outlets. And, social media is it's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing and a curse.
It's mostly a curse.
Yeah.
Especially when you got kids.
Well, if you've ever seen a 7-year-old in a straitjacket, you will never forget that. You will never forget that experience.
Wow.
And I'm from a family of 10 kids, and we're very close-knit, same mother, same father, and very religious-based, very strong Christian foundation and fundamentals. So I leaned on that as far as how I deal with my mental health and how I take a step away. When you asked me that question before regarding how do I relax, how do I unwind, my answer was I think I have to think because I have a lot of individuals depending on me. Again, because COVID has, I mean, it has tripled, our business has tripled as a result of that. And it just saddens my heart. My name, Sandra, means giving. Okay, so I'm giving. I was born with this gift of giving. So I want to help everyone. I want to help everyone.
Let me just put a note out there for y'all. My name means handsome. And I was born with this gift. Okay. I'm just saying. It's the truth. Look it up.
Yes, sir.
But no, definitely I understand it. And especially you are in that business where you don't want new customers. So
No. But my heart goes out to individuals. And when I'm smoking my cigar on my deck, I think about these individuals and I pray for them. Outside of prayer, we have a medical facility as well. Individuals that that you deal with on a daily basis, you know that there's something wrong with them, but they don't know. That is a mental illness. And when when I see it, I'm like, okay, we need to talk. We need to talk. And people don't recognize it, but understanding when you said you identified what the situation was within what was going on in your mind, that's the first step to wellness, and healing, when you can identify it. When you don't or aren't able to, that's where I have to step in and try to redirect, and that's when the therapists come in and the psychiatrists come in. But you have to be very gentle when you're dealing with individuals with these issues.
What are some of those main things that you got that you're seeing effects from COVID? Like, is it like a lot of anxiety? Is it depression? Is it just
all of the above? Anxiety, depression, paranoia, schizophrenia, delusions. Because when you're in the house all day, there's aren't so many things that you can do.
That's true.
There's you can go for a walk and that type of thing, but then you come back in the house and you encaved in these four walls.
Yeah.
So you have to be.
Unless you're at home with them cigars and their rum punch.
Well, that is cool. Listen, I don't need that rum punch. Okay, when we leave here, I will need some of that.
It's a 6 rum punch.
Like 10.
Wow.
Legit. Like it's official.
Well, do you know what? I really do need to do that because I might have that in my lounge, the rum punch from Casey Price. But yeah, identifying and understanding and being patient. And if you are an individual that is with an individual that is going through this, please be patient with them. Please be kind. Please be kind, be patient, be passionate, be compassionate with them because they don't understand what's going on with them. Get them help. Get them help. That's all I say.
Now, when we start talking about businesses like, for instance, staffing, how has COVID and that type of thing affected your business model and what you're doing, Davinci?
Well, first, real quick, I just want to say I really appreciate this young, beautiful woman sitting here saying, "Be patient," because let me tell you, mental health is serious, delusion is serious, and a lot of times people that need the help, it's hard for them to actually understand that they. Are sitting on their hands and I'm going to ride this free wave. The only people that's thinking like that are poor people and mediocre folks for the most part. So I know he's like, I hate that word, but hey, they're poor. That's what it is. Poor is not an economic status. It is a mindset. It means I'm going to be the D student in life, and I just really believe that you need to be the hero of your own film. So, sitting back, getting the free rides, great. When quarter one next year comes around, we'll have a place for you. But if you are accepting what you do, editor, anything like that, whatever the case may be, and like now is the time to start really pushing the envelope. If you're with a company, don't just go for internal promotion, start for external opportunities as well, and start in contracts, because now is the time where you can actually really start jumping ahead vertically in your career. So if you've been an assistant manager for a long time, that company's not trying to get you to a management position. Now is the time where you need to start looking around at their competition and saying, hey, look, I'm looking for a director's position, and I'll start as a manager to get things rocking and rolling.
Okay. I don't know how you can follow that, Miss Kendall.
Rum punch.
I'll lead it. I don't know.
There you go. That's why she came with me. That's why she came with me.
Now, it's beautiful to have folks from different walks of life here, really. So tell me a little bit in the real estate market, because number one, like I said, we really, to me, I think we're seeing a bubble. I think we've seen this movie before. But you say it's not, and that's fine. I ain't gonna argue with you. Unless I'm right later, then I'm gonna tell. But how has COVID started to affect your business and real estate development?
It really affected it just as I assumed. Really what it did was it sped real estate up. When you have a year that people aren't purchasing because they're in the house, it didn't mean that their kids weren't getting older or that they had a new baby or that they needed to downsize or they needed to grow. All those things still happen. So when they were able to purchase, things really grew rapidly. And it's not necessarily just this huge jump in pricing like people may be looking at it. It was just that there was a year where that appreciation really didn't occur for most people because they weren't in the market. So when double the amount come into the market at one time, and then you add in people that realize, wow, I don't want to live in New York anymore. Oh, I don't want to live.
Yeah, don't nobody want to live up there no more. Everybody want to live in Atlanta now.
Yeah, and they do. And so when they're cashing out of their properties there, what we experienced here was just a massive influx of cash buyers. And I mean, that went up to, I have clients that were purchasing in 1.3, 1.5 million, still getting 30 off. We're competing against 15, 30 offers. So when you look at the certain price points that were 250,000 and below, or even more so 650,000 and below, I mean, there's lines of people outside of move-in ready homes because they had the construction slow down as well. Then we had a lot of people that were working were illegal immigrants as well. So you shorten the labor market, you now mess up supply chain, and you have massive amount of people wanting a home because they realize, man, it's not fun, if a lockdown or something happens again, being in a small square footage property or being in a property that they don't love.
I was looking at some spots out there in Buckhead. I'm like, who's supposed to live in 600 square feet? What are you doing there? Is it like a bathroom?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it like WeWork? They put you in glass so it feel bigger?
Nope, it's not fun. So,
no, it is not. That's gonna cause you some mental health issues.
Yeah, and a lot of people did, and then they got more just because they were ready and prepared to purchase a home and things, and then they weren't able to get it, unfortunately. Yeah, compete. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But see, things like this kind of scare me because a lot of times when they see this pent up demand like this, then the response is normally too much, and then they go be away from their houses. And then here comes the secondary market, and then they want to start with the bad loans because most folks need houses. They can't afford them, shouldn't have them in the first place. I mean, let's be honest. It was a couple times when I first got my home, I probably shouldn't have had it in the first couple of years. But I mean, now I'm good. But I'm just saying. That's the only thing I kind of worry about because it seemed like the same cycle back in like 2007, 2008 when we saw when the real estate market crashed.
It's completely different. What we're experiencing now from 2008 was literally where the shortage of inventory started. So you had lenders stopping completely loaning. Then you had restructuring of lending rules that are still in place today. A lot of the things that happened before wasn't necessarily people. Majority of people were very much so able to purchase properties. They just had appraisers, and lenders that were doing very illegal things, meaning appraising on properties that weren't developed yet or weren't fully developed. So we had the correction there, but throughout the correction, we still had lack of inventory. So we have a massive shortage in real estate, and that's just not here, but across the country. And you hear about it everywhere. So, and because we don't have the labor market like what we used to, which is why they're aggressively trying to create artificial intelligence robots to do these trade jobs that people aren't going to school for, which they should, because they would make massive amounts of money right now. But unfortunately, we don't. So there is years before we experience a bubble like that. Even when we look at foreclosures, that's just going to help to kind of balance the market a little bit, especially for middle class buyers. But outside of that, no, I think people want to experience that so that they can take advantage. But unfortunately, they more than likely won't have that opportunity, because a lot of people are taking money out of the stock market, putting it in real estate, and you can't compete with that type of cash.
Now tell me this, over the next couple of years, what do you see the best investments? What's going to be the best things to start to invest in? Is it going to be those multifamily dwellings, or is it going to be more commercial? Is it going to be larger 300,000, 400,000 homes, or is it going to be the 150s like we've always seen, kind of bread and butter fix and flips? What's going to be that real thing over the next couple of years? It's going to be the hottest thing to make money on. You can just whisper to me.
I mean, I think your best investment comes with your income. That's just the real strategy. If I'm purchasing cash for properties, you can't compete with me.
All right, I like that.
But if somebody is able to make their first home, which is what I teach a lot of my friends and peers, like, you can make your first home like a really great investment strategy. I mean, if you're able to sell your home within 2 or 3 years and make $50,000, that's a win for you, so that you can get into a multifamily, or you can, buy a property for Airbnb, or, there's so many strategies that you can implement in real estate to be successful. I think you just need to start where you are. And that's why a lot of times people don't make that step, because they're trying to start really big.
Well, if somebody wants to get started, or if somebody wants to learn more about your organization, the Moose Pack, how can somebody get in contact with you, or how can somebody reach out to you and get in touch?
Absolutely. They're able to go to moosepack.com and then just add their selves. I would encourage everybody to come out to one of our Moose Pack adventures. Last week we went white water rafting, and on the ride there, I had one of my close associates.
What the hell do real estate?
We're a top financial advisor, and I don't do seminars anymore. So the only way that you're able to kind of learn from me is to have fun with me.
That's crazy. I have been looking at putting together some stuff like that, but we got to talk after this. Hold on. On the other side of the break, during the break, we can't tell y'all all the secrets because we can make some money. But on the other side of the break, we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit more with Miss Mayo. We're going to talk about the cigar company. And I think y'all got something for me. We're going to find out in a minute. Once again, you're listening to Real 1100 AM with your host, Casey Pride. We'll be back after this.
But see,
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. himself said it best.
Collectively, that means all of us together. Collectively, we are richer than all the nations in the world. With the exception of nine. You ever think about that? American Negro collectively is richer than most nations in the world. That's power right there, if we know how to prove it.
And we know how to prove it. Join the journey for economic freedom for the Black community. The Overground Railroad. Visit overgroundrr.com.
At Align for Life, we work with attorneys across the entire metro area. We are a portal of entry provider, meaning we can ensure your client is triaged accordingly and coordinate all aspects of your client's chiropractic and medical care, from start to finish, including referrals to medical doctors, specialists, and imaging. This is Dr. Fowler. Your injury clients deserve the best, transportation, extended hours, and compliance monitoring. We understand your needs. Refer your injury and accident victims right now by calling us at 404-383-1110 or visit us at yourfinespine.com.
Transportation is provided via Uber, and we are open late so your clients can come in after work.
Auto accidents, wellness care, slip and fall. We take care of it all.
Hey folks, just a quick reminder that no matter the time of the day and no matter what day of the week, East Coast, West Coast, all points in between, we are always on. So go to your apps and download the Real 1100 app and listen wherever and whenever.
We are back right here on the number one way business. So I'm your host once again, KC Pride, and I am here with Miss Sandra Mayo. She said she got some gifts for me now.
Yes.
We've been sitting here talking about cigars the whole time, and having fun, and slanging real estate keys and all that.
And staffing.
And staffing. But let's turn a little bit back over to the cigar brand and the cigars that you are doing. Now, tell me a little bit more. Why cigars? Why does it interest you? And then as you start to show me some of this stuff, explain it to me as well, please.
Okay. Well, I love cigars, and I love cigars because cigars bring us together.
Okay.
That's the bottom line. There is no race, creed, ethnicity behind it. We all love the leaf. And
Okay.
that's the commonality with all cigar smokers. You know what I mean? So I decided to bring you a couple of my favorite brands. This is now a little education on cigars.
All right.
Okay. So these are Maduros. Okay. And what a Maduro, I like bold cigars. Are you a cigar lover? Like, what type of cigars do you like?
I ain't gonna speak by down ready.
Okay. All right. So
I like
let's
I like Cubans. I like when I'm traveling that type of stuff.
No, Cubans are very, very prestigious cigars. What I have right here is Maduros, and Maduros are manufactured cigars. You don't just grow or grow these. I'm sorry, these leaves.
Okay.
They're processed. This is a dark leaf Maduro, and it's by a manufacturer called cigar brand called El Septimo out of France. Okay.
Now, when we start talking about the color, what does the color of cigars kind of denote?
Well, the dark leaf denotes a bold flavor. Okay. And I can get into all the logistics behind bold, mild, and that type of thing. A lighter leaf, it's called a Connecticut, and this is an example of a Connecticut. Okay. And this is by Divine Leaf. It's a company out of San Diego, minority-owned company. Yeah, it's called a Connecticut. So it's a milder, between mild and bold type cigars, and there's several different.
Now, when we start talking about these, the mildness and the boldness of it, are we talking about that spiciness that you feel that you kind of get? From a lot of different cigars?
Yes, the notes, the taste, and how it tastes when it goes over your palates. And there's 4 sections of your tongue, palates, okay? And when you inhale a cigar, the smoke stays in your mouth, and you don't inhale.
You don't inhale.
You do not.
I found that out the wrong way. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
And the bourbon ain't gonna help you. Trust me.
No. You do not inhale. You do not inhale. The best way to get the full flavor of a cigar is to retrohale. What retrohaling is when you pull the smoke into your mouth, and then you blow it out through your nose. Okay, it goes through your throat and it goes through all your palate.
Isn't that some form of inhaling? As it.
Well, you don't inhale it into your lungs.
Okay.
It just goes out of your nose. Okay. And it goes through your palates, which are 4 sections of your tongue. Okay.
All right. Miss Nikki Rose said Novelty Babe.
Hey, Nikki.
Is that your cigarette? I mean that's your cigar.
Please do not do that.
That's a cigar.
Please do not do that. So I'm gifting these to you.
All right.
Nikki, by the way, is Novelty Houston. Hey, baby. How you
All
doing?
right. Novelty
she
Houston.
represents Novelty in Houston. So I'm gifting these to you. So please do not inhale. And these are very bold. This is a bold.
All right.
And this is a Rocky Patel 15th anniversary cigar. They only made 2,000 boxes of these, and Rocky Patel himself gifted these to me. One box to me. So I'm gifting one of the 15th anniversary cigars to you.
All right.
The El Septimo Cigar Maduro.
So you said it's a 15-year anniversary. That means it's been aged that long, or is this just a special one that he makes?
Well, 15 years of being in business with
Okay.
him. Okay. So to commemorate the 15 years in business.
Okay.
Say suppose of 15. Okay. This is a great.
You gonna get it?
Yes. I'm gonna give that to you. I'm gonna give that to you. And this is the Connecticut by Divine Leaf.
Okay.
All right. And this is the Maduro by the company El Septimo out of France.
Okay.
They're new to the US and I love their cigars as well. So
All right.
there's the El Septimo.
This is the El Septimo.
Yes.
Now, this looks like one of them stout ones. Like you got to be a serious dude to have like one of them old fat white dudes be all that.
Well, the cigar, there's so many different types of cigars,
Okay.
and I can educate you on as many as you want after the show. It is so many, many. The next gift I have is a Smile and Puff cup, and this is the brand by Mrs. Connect. This is my connector.
All right.
This is her own brand because she smiles her beautiful smile and she likes to puff. So I'm giving that to you as well.
All right, thank you.
And sidebar, she's also
It's like you need some bourbon in there.
and cold. And I have some novelty pins for you.
All right.
And had I known that I was gonna have another queen and a king in the building, I would have brought you some. But
Well, I'm gonna get a queen
your
one.
address. I will get your address.
I'm gonna get a queen one. How about that?
I have a novelty poster for you.
Right.
And do you
So the brand Novelty.
Yes.
Is this just like gifts and others, or is this just
Well-
the cigar brand?
Well, it's my brand, but
Okay.
novelty. Myself and my daughter came up with the word novelty because the definition of novelty is something very unique. Okay, I'm unique. Okay, I'm going to bring a unique experience to the cigar community. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to push novelty because of the meaning of it. Unique, special. And that's what my patrons are going to be to me.
All right.
Very, very special. That's what I'm going to do.
That's what I'm talking
Which is
about.
the reason why I bought these gifts for you. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna holler at you when I come north.
That's a novelty mug for you. And of course, I have a novelty t-shirt. So you can rep
All
my
right.
brand when you're on the air. How about that?
All right, I'm gonna do it. This ain't a woman t-shirt, is it?
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
I watched you, so you're medium large, right?
I'm large.
Okay. And in charge.
I'm large.
In charge. I just appreciate you for having me here. Just allowing me to support and talk about my brand. To give me this platform. Also to support others in the cigar community. For example, Monica Coben. She's a minority cigar owner. She's opened Stanley's Cigar Bar here in Atlanta.
Wow.
Yes,
Stanley
so I'm
Cigar
going to
Bar.
be- yes. I'm going to be coming to her grand opening on September 10th.
Tell her I'll bring on the radio. We'll promote it.
Monica, if you hear him.
If you listen, Monica, you better come on.
Yes.
I will give you my
September 10th,
number, but I'll be
everybody
calling
goes-
like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, hey, I can't do it.
And support Monica. Also on my tour, it's on my IG Novelty Cigar Bar and Lounge. I'm going to be going, as I said, to different cigar bar and lounges around the country, showing support, and also again adopting the Honda recipe for success.
All right. Well, as we starting to bring the show to a close today, and I'm gonna keep these. We go get some rum punch. We're gonna deal with it. But no, seriously, just one more time. Davinci Barcelo still in the house with us real quick. Before you get out here, if anybody wants to work with you or wants to work with your staffing company, or just wants to get more information on how they might be able to be a part of Buckhead Staffing, please give everybody your information.
Cool. Buckheadstaffing.com. You can hit us on the email, goodpeople@buckheadstaffing.com. Just go check us out. If you're if you're in Atlanta, you want to get back to work, looking for some opportunity, go up there, fill out a candidate profile. Representing if you are a small business owner, middle-sized business owner, you need some good people, then reach out to us. We'd be more happy to get you some folks in there to get what you need done.
All right. One last time for the Moose Pack. And I'm coming to your next event. I can't wait. I don't know what we're gonna do. I know Rum Punch is gonna be involved, but
We're doing
like the North Georgia Safari, and we have some wine tastings.
Wow,
and
okay.
stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's always a good time. I mean, we have awesome people that come. So they're actually the people you want to meet.
Now, one last time, somebody wants to support your business, somebody wants to get in contact with you, how can they do that?
Yes, go to www.moosepack.com. So it is like the actual moose. So moosepack.com.
Moosepack.com.
Yes.
And finally, coming back to you, I wanted to give you about 2 minutes to explain it, because they just dropping all type of stuff about you in here. She said you visited the DMV area and you had it so lit.
Yeah.
She loved Miss Novelty. I just need a 2-minute explanation real quick. I want to know what happened.
Well, what I do is, like I said, I create the experience. I give silver service. I go around to every single person in the building to ask them, is there anything that I can do for you? It was hot as we had an event in Vegas. It was 116 degrees. We had water out there. I was taking water to everybody. It's not all about me sitting back flossing at my events. I want to make sure that when you leave that event, you say, oh my God, just like this individual said, it was lit. We had fun. We had cigar rollers. We did our thing. Okay. I also want to give a shout out to all the organizers of all the cigar weeks around the country. Those people do their things as well. So just like the events that my queen has over here in real estate, we have events all around the country in the cigar community as well. And I welcome each and every one of you to come out and support as we support each other.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And once again, if you would like to nominate someone to be a top 25 most extraordinary Atlantean this December 9th here in the Atlanta area, we will be honoring them. We've got nominations for people like Steve Harvey, Candy Burris. We got a couple going for Mark Parham. I mean, we got a lot of great folks nominated this year. And we are trying to get everybody looked at and get y'all a list of these final folks as soon as possible. But if you would like to nominate someone, please email me at kevin@abjdigital.com. Put in the subject line top 25, and then tell me the person that you're nominating. If they got a website, give me some information about them if I don't know them. So therefore we can find out about this person and make sure that they are a worthy top 25 candidate. Once again, thank the #1 rated audience for staying in with me today. My producer looking at me. I'm waiting on him to play the music. He waiting on me to stop talking. I don't know which one he's gonna do. But either way it go, follow me on Instagram. I am Casey Pride. I can add y'all in the studio with me no more. I got cigars and rum punch. It's just way too much today. Follow me at I am Casey Pride, and we'll be back next week right here on the #1 rated business on Real 1100 AM iHeartRadio, and we are out. Let's get it.